There. Hi guys. I was silencing my my YouTube channel.
Ah,
Geeksvana. Sean, do you have your chat out?
I have my chat popped out,
Because
indeed.
I see you commenting, so that's very cool.
Yes. Hi, everyone in the chat.
Hey everybody. I see a lot of people have come above and beyond. How you doing? Night Train Plummet Thomas O'Sullivan. Hey. We also have Drone Shots, EBR, Miss Ride or Die. Hey. Oh my gosh, I'm making that chicken. You know I am. Paul, how you doing, Paul? Roger, hi. I appreciate everyone coming in. Gerald Farms, how you doing? How are you doing? Hey, Claude, Claude, how are you? How are you doing? Oh, Eduardo, hey, let me go ahead and give you moderation. There, you are now moderator, Eduardo. Am I saying that right? Eduardo.
Eduardo.
I know, I really like that name. Here
It's an
we
awesome
go.
name, isn't it?
Okay, let's see. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
Perfect.
I want everyone to say hi to Geeksvana. I'll be calling him that, and Sean. I made up a name for him. I'm just going to start naming him Sean.
It does help that it's my actual name, of course, but yes.
So we're just going to get started, guys. If you have any questions for Sean, please let me
Please
know.
keep them to yourself. I mean, yes,
Oh,
please let
yes,
Val know.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's how we're rolling out today. Yeah. On a positive note. So Sean, how long have you been doing this?
um, in this form for just over 2 months.
So that's not really that long, is it?
No, I am a wee baby of YouTube.
We baby. And yet, I think we talked about this earlier. When I've gone onto your station, you have very professional looking videos.
Thank you. I think if
So
you looked at some of the earlier ones, they're not quite as professional, but it's a learning curve that I'm attempting to make fairly steep. It's always difficult to improve whilst keeping your audience, and I really appreciate people like Thomas O'Sullivan, who's in the chat, who's been very loyal, has watched a lot of my videos. I appreciate the audience coming with me during the journey, because it is a steep learning curve.
right, Claude wants to know where you're from. I think he's
I
from
am
the
from
South.
the yes, I'm from Surrey, which is just south of London.
So how did you, because you're only on here for 2 months, and I
Hmm.
started posting some of your stuff on my Facebook page as
Oh,
mine.
thank you.
No, it's not as mine.
Here's my
But
latest video. I don't mind.
no, it's because the news, you were able to post some stuff that was pretty positive about drones.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a difficult one because it's attempting to really find a balance. Um, if you do just go positive, funnily enough, you don't actually get the clicks, you don't get the views. Sometimes it's the more controversial stories that pick up a lot of traffic. But then you get the rare positive, like the Notre Dame drone video, which actually did quite well for my channel. And it did quite well quite quickly, from the point of view that that was a very, very positive story. And
So
that was nice.
it was really good. I mean, I'm looking at these numbers. You only been on 2 months, but update ID. You did DJI action camera rumor. You did really
Yes.
well with that. I'm trying to see drone near miss. We're going to be talking
Yes.
about that for sure. DJI leaked. I mean, you're doing it right. I mean, from what I can tell, from what I watched, what surprises me though is that when I go onto your homepage, we're looking at 217 subscribers, and
Yeah,
that
yeah. I mean,
not me, but you're not really
yeah.
asking for subscribers.
No, no. I mean, I'm trying to do it not slightly differently. And again, in some of my recent videos, I do start by saying, "Hey, if you're new here, please subscribe," and things. I don't like asking for subscribers. I'm I would rather have them come with me organically and grow organically. I want someone to watch one of my videos and think, "I want to watch more videos from this channel." That's
Right.
how I want to grow them.
So, what I would do though, I mean, I would do this. Somewhere in it, just say, if you want to, if you like this news, if you like getting news, consider
Yeah.
subscribing and hitting that bell
Yeah,
to
I've
be
just
up to
started
the
doing
date.
that. Just
Yeah,
started, yeah.
yeah, because
It is something we all have to do. It's just a little bit, but again, what I've just started doing is, again, in the early days of, for instance, the 2-minute drone news, I had an issue of time. I had to fit everything in within 2 minutes,
yes,
and I
and you
didn't
do
wanna
it.
give away any facts to ask for a subscriber. But what I've started now is it's a little bit more relaxed, and they're slightly longer from the point of view that I will do the introduction, and then I will say, and I'll point to the top and I'll say, "Let's start the clock," and then it starts to to count down the 2 minutes. So therefore, you're getting the 2 minutes of news within that period, but I can still do an intro and outro and say, "Thanks for watching," and be a little bit more relaxed with it.
So it's I was looking at this, and when you do the news, the way you put it, I mean, you do great thumbnails.
Thank you.
They
Yeah.
your bell is, like, absolutely rung, and look oh, hold on, what happened? I had you, and now you're gone. Hold on. I'll get you back because I wanted to point this out. Sorry, I hit something and then, of course, it goes away because my
Hey,
life is like that. So look how well all of this goes together. It's red, there's always red in here, right?
yes,
This
yes, that's
whole
right.
page makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I won't show you what my page looks like, I mean,
It looks good.
but it's not that.
It's
It
really just trying to create an identity so that if people have viewed the video and perhaps they haven't subscribed or something, and then they see it again on Facebook, they'll know with with the little red triangle and the white text, they'll start to subconsciously or hopefully consciously realize that it's one of my videos and click on it. Um, just really trying to build that brand straight from the off.
Yeah, I think so tell me, because you've only done 2 months, and it
Mm.
wasn't until I was on for, what, 2 years. God, that makes me sound kinda stupid.
No,
It just
not at all.
you're so sweet. But 2 months and already your thumbnails, your page, everything makes sense.
Mm.
Um, it's really well done. Where did you learn that?
Um, really from it's almost by osmosis from previous careers and current careers, and I'm a writer by trade. I ran a marketing company previously in my life, so I understood a lot of the principles, and I did an awful lot of research. I have a little bit of sort of it's not full on OCD, but I have some of the traits, and therefore, if I want to know something, I will research it to the absolute nano. I will want to know absolutely everything about it, and that's really what I did when I decided I wanted to do YouTube. I went on and I watched a lot of videos. I spoke to other YouTube creators, and just took as much advice as I could, and really brought those parts together. And everybody says thumbnails, keywords, descriptions.
right?
But it's even little things like subtitles. And I've noticed that since I've started adding subtitles, um, the views have started to increase as well. So it's little subtleties like that. But the information is out there. YouTube themselves say this is how we want your video presented. This is how we want it prepared. And then what you then have to do is to do that consistently.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, you are extremely consistent, even to the point that your videos themselves stay within your color scheme.
Yes, that's right. I mean, it is about the two primary and then secondary colors, and I attempt to stay within that. If you look at one of the I don't want to call them upmarket, but the higher budget TV shows, and you look into a scene that's happening there, you will notice that there's actually only two colors in that scene. There'll be a lot of grays, there'll be a lot of blacks, but generally there'll be two primary colors throughout that scene, and that creates a richer look, and you actually get to understand that. You think of the Handmaid's Tale and those type of programs, they really push that.
I love this. This is from Plum, and he goes, "Posh, I'm a rebel. YouTube will get what I wanna give them. LOL."
Hey, and
Oh my
and
god.
that works as well. That works as well. Look at Casey Neistat.
Oh,
He's just
yeah.
about as rebel, and he bucks every single trend. You can give him a mobile phone, and he'll get 10 million views.
Right,
So the
right.
the rebel thing works as well.
Happy Lux. I think, Philly Drum was, asking if you, had a significant other because I think he's going to, propose because he loves your accent. Ryan wants
Ah,
to know, are those Xbox controllers on the wall?
yes, they're actually they are Xbox and PlayStation from the different generations. I don't think there's any Nintendo up there. No, yeah, it's Microsoft, Xbox, and Sony PlayStation. Yeah, from my other hobby, which is gaming.
Nice. So when I watched this, one of the ones, I watched the one with, about the, fire they had in Notre Dame, and I posted that because I thought, "What a great use of drones. What a great use."
Fantastic, yeah. I mean, it is. It really was. And it was, it's one of those genuine stories about drones that you just sit back and think there is nothing negative anybody could say about that. The fire brigade put the use of a drone down to saving the structure of that cathedral, and
Which
that's
is
just fantastic.
which is it is. So you you also did drone within 20 feet of an airliner.
Yes,
And I found that one really interesting
yes.
because you were saying that these airlines are up in the sky, what, 20, 30,000 feet. They're going at a
Yes,
high
yeah.
rate of speed,
Mhm.
and they see a little white square, and that's all they
Mm.
know they saw.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually written to the Air Prox board, who are the official government, well, the official CAA backed board, who basically meet with pilots and discuss any kind of air proximity issue. And I have written to them because it's annoying me the more and more that I read about it. 6,000 feet, 330 miles an hour. The pilots themselves described it as a white square object. They didn't say drone. The next line of the report, written by the board themselves, just starts calling it a drone. There's no there is no explanation of how they got from a 2-second report to it definitely this was a drone, and
Um,
that frustrates me.
yeah, that would be very frustrating. Philly wants to know how old you are.
Philly has to guess.
Guess, Philly, guess.
But one of the things that I think is starting to happen more and more now is the drone is basically becoming the new UFO. If you go back through the decades, an unidentified flying object, it didn't mean a spaceship or that type of thing. It was about something that they didn't know was there until they had evidence, and it now seems like that's actually being replaced by the drone. The drone is now becoming the new UFO, and that's a worry because obviously it's our hobby. It's other people's careers. It's not a good situation.
Yeah, they are saying you're 43 to 40.
Yeah, 42, so right in the middle there.
Oh, you guys are so good. I'm not gonna ask you how old
Night Train,
you think
that
I
was a
am
very, very good
because I
one.
don't wanna hear
27.
you be right. Okay, hold on.
I think the dog's answering you.
Okay, so my dog is telling my roommate, "You feed me or I eat you."
There are 2 choices.
Right. "You feed me or
Feed
you're
me
my
or
food."
you are food. Yeah, absolutely.
And he does it every day now. He just started this a month ago, and he's really bad. So I
Oh,
think you're right about that. I think that they are using it like a UFO because 50 years ago, if anyone had seen a white square, they
mm,
wouldn't have said drone. They
yeah,
could have said it could have been anything,
a anything. I
right?
mean, a drone at 6,000 feet would be, not beyond the realms of probability, but particularly where it was, it's above Potter's Bar. That is not an area that you're going to be droning for scenic reasons. There's not an area that you're going to be droning for, yeah, it would be, it's a chaotic area for air traffic. I just without the evidence, I just find it hard to believe. But I think that we're actually coming up against a larger battle here, and especially in the UK. And it appears, in my opinion, that we might be heading towards a battle between the so-called drone highways and the hobby flyer. And I think there is, the more and more we go along the Amazon deliveries, the Google Alphabet deliveries, etc., and the more and more that shows to be worth billions of pounds, and obviously therefore many hundreds of millions in tax revenue if they pay it. Uh, um, the hobbyist is going to miss out there, and the government can't just suddenly say, "Oh, this wonderful hobby that you've all got that you perfectly legally carry out, we're just going to stop it." The government are going to try and find, in their eyes, legitimate ways. And you just wonder what pressure's being put on these boards to jump to these conclusions without evidence.
Right,
But
right.
I'm certainly looking forward to getting the email back from the Airprox board,
We're
if I get one, of
we're
course.
kinda at the stage anymore that you can say whatever you want, and they just kind of run with things.
Yeah.
We've seen that in other social media channels, not our genre. I'm talking about other genres where people just
Mhm.
say stuff and they take it as true. We're seeing that
Mhm.
within, governments, news, everything. You say
Yes.
something, you just
Yes.
say it's true,
Mm.
but how likely is it? We have a pilot in here, Claude. How likely is it that you can tell how fast do planes go? I mean, they go pretty
Mm.
darn fast,
Well,
being able to see that.
yeah, I've actually got the news has come at relatively decent timing for me, because I've actually got a couple of interviews out to airline pilots that we've tracked down via Facebook, and we're asking them questions regarding a special news report I'm doing on the Gatwick issue that obviously we all know how that happened, and most of them are saying the same thing, that actually there are other things to worry about, like overworking crews, having crews working too many hours in the week, that type of thing. These are the things we should be worried about in terms of our air safety, not the still rare occasions where a drone is involved.
Right, and I'm thinking as you're going, um, past and you're
Mm,
in a big plane,
mm,
that little Phantom, which is large, right? Because it's a little white
Yeah,
drone. So,
yeah, indeed.
but it's only gonna look like a speck
Yeah, I mean,
almost.
to be at that height, it's probably gonna be something like one of the larger commercial drones, which would still look like a very small drone to a pilot. But I don't know, at 6,000 feet, 330 miles an hour, you are being alert because you're not at that 10,000 ceiling yet of not relative safety, but you're certainly on more alert at that particular altitude. So I'm not necessarily saying the pilots are wrong, but what upsets me is their attempt at being accurate, that they saw a small white square and that small white square disappeared under their wing within seconds, then
Right.
suddenly developed into being a drone.
So Claude says at 180 knots, you can hardly see a bird flying at 300 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So,
I had
hey,
I had a
Rolex.
comment on I had a comment on the video from a chap over in Spain, Sean from Drone Seekers, and he was actually discussing it with a pilot friend of his who only flies light aircraft, and he said even himself at 1,000 feet flying his light aircraft, he would be doing very well to spot a drone in the sky.
Right, right. And that's one reason I'm glad we have a pilot in here because
Mm.
when you just think when you look up, if something was that high, you can see a plane, it's big. But would you actually with your eye be able to see a drone? I
No, I
wouldn't.
mean, I think you would see an object, and a highly trained airline pilot would be able to, within those split seconds, certainly decipher that something is coming towards their aircraft. But then beyond that, I'm not sure.
Um, excuse
Oh
me
dear.
1 minute, I must interrupt. The
Mm.
Ward House. Oh, no, I see the message, Sean. Do you?
Mhm.
Do you, Russell? What message would that be?
Is this Russell in the chat
He is now.
from from the yes?
Ashley ain't no warthog.
To fully understand this, you'll need to go and watch the Ward House's first video that they put up today. All I can say is Ashley ain't no warthog. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
He was so funny. I knew Geeksvana was gonna give a message of some kind. I just love it. I just love it. And I'll be going by to see how Russell gets in trouble today because
Indeed.
Russell is in trouble a lot. I'm just saying. Hey, Furball. So I just wanna say hi to some
Hi,
people in
Kim.
the chat.
Yeah, hi, Kim.
We have Philly Drone Life, Furball, the Ward House. Canadian Drone Hub. How you doing, Roger? Roger is now doing a late night, once a week, so we'll have to make sure I will never be able to catch it, I don't think. Rolex from Ireland is it. We have
A
Mr. Doughboy, I didn't see you. How are you doing? Oh, I know you
actually, I just pull Russell up on something. He says, "I see a double negative, Mr. Writer. I will make room in the doghouse." I did have this debate with my fair lady as to whether Ashley ain't no warthog actually meant that she was a warthog, but we decided through the slang that it actually wasn't a double negative. But that's fine, Russ. You just keep digging.
Poor us, he's tried so hard.
I'm
He
sure
had
you'll
you
find the
know,
escape
County
tunnel soon.
Droners, I had sent you a link, but it's up to you whether you want to come in or not. Drone effects, if you see a drone in your windshield, it's too late.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael Roach, I'll be certainly checking out that new vid that you got out. So for sure, guys. We got Mr. Drum Boy. I owed you a call, and what I did is I fell asleep, so I'm so sorry. Above and Beyond's in the house, and we have Gary in the house. We have Ricky Dove. How you doing? You know, I did say Philly, right? Thomas O'Sullivan. I love that name.
Thomas. Hmm.
It kind of rolls right, O'Sullivan.
It's a proper
I
Irish
just love
name.
it. It is very proper. I love it. And we have Jacqueline. Jacqueline, how you doing? Miss Ryder dies here. Edward Myers, UK Momo. Okay, I'll try to keep within my in my head, it sounded quieter, sorry. We have a lot of people in. So so you're yeah, 23 of us dedicated flyers. All I care about is my 400 feet. I've had many an hour in a small plane. It would not worry about recreational ones as long as they play by the rules. That's quite oh,
Exactly.
Plummet.
Yeah.
Plummet's in the house and Night Train also. Thank you. Plummet, my battery arrived at the border. Yeah. Yeah, that was oh, are you good, Jacqueline? Very good. So let's talk about where you got a little bit of your training. So talk to me a little bit about Ken Heron.
Right. Yes. Um, I, as I said before, I've spoken to a few creators, YouTube creators, and watched a few of the channels that I felt weren't too clickbaity, and were giving me the same messages that YouTube themselves were. And one of those people was Ken Heron. I actually attended a one-on-one workshop with him, which he offers, which he now offers, and it was extremely useful. It was very, very good. I've been a fan of his for a long time, long before I thought of being a YouTube creator myself. And we spent some time together over Skype, basically dissecting the art that is YouTube and giving me a few tips and tricks, which actually have significantly changed quite a few of the ways that I practice. And that's helped me because, of course, it's getting me early, and that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to learn some of his lessons, learn some of the lessons of other creators earlier, so that hopefully I won't have to make those mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes. Um, the fact that with my blue shirt on in the last video, if you mute it, it actually feels like you're playing a Mario Kart game with Luigi. I look more like your uncle Luigi um, than a newscaster, but you know that button just came undone, unfortunately, and
Oh
I
my
actually,
god.
yeah, some of my videos are actually funnier and more entertaining if you watch them with the sound off.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard
Mm.
that. Yep.
With my little arm movements, it looks like I'm saying, please don't shoot me, don't shoot, because I've always got my hands in the air, attempting to get engagement with the audience, but I haven't quite got it down yet, so I'm a little bit robotic still.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. See, I think that's fabulous. That is absolutely fabulous.
But yeah, it was a very useful workshop, and I did gain. Obviously, you're going to gain a lot from talking to someone with that level of experience. Not only the experience that he's got on YouTube, but as a broadcaster, there are things that he knows that's no other YouTuber. I feel that no other YouTuber knows because of his unique experience in radio, and I think that comes across in his own live streams.
Yeah, yeah, it does. I mean, we had talked about Ken Heron. You know, he has a lot of important information that goes out, and I think that's right because I'm looking at all your videos, and you can just tell you actually themed them really well. But your beginning videos weren't as much like that. You had some
Mm.
stuff out from 2 years ago. I love
Yes.
the castles. I just love the castles. What can I do? What can I do?
Yeah, the ones previously were literally just flights that I took. That I like to fly my drone at buildings that have a story. I flew my drone at a mosque here in Surrey, which was actually the first mosque built in Europe. Um, Absolutely fantastic building, and it was a cultural trip for me as well to to meet the people who run the mosque, who are extremely welcoming. And I've also done a Buddhist temple, an Orthodox monastery, and just really
Yes,
attempt to make the flights a little bit different.
yes, and you do a beautiful job, but then you go into your 2-minute news. What made you
Yes.
decide to do 2-minute news?
Well, it's really I have a lot of respect for a lot of the creators out there, but again, this is where I'm actually bucking one of the trends of YouTube, perhaps, where YouTube want us to look at having more watch time than views. And really, what I found was a lot of videos were starting to waffle on, frankly. And really, what I like is to be able to look at a video, think, okay, that video is only 2 minutes long. I'm going to give that much time to find out about those two headlines on that thumbnail, and that's really what I was looking for. I was looking to be able to say to people, you don't even have to, trust that this 15-minute video is going to be at all interesting. I've only got 2 minutes to tell you about these two big, usually fairly big headlines, and that's hopefully what people see, that they don't have to give too much time. So that was really the idea behind it.
Well, and I'm looking at this, minute 56, minute 54, these are just really, really
Yes.
quick videos. Um,
And then you have videos like the one that I've just done, which was actually, rather than being a 2-minute news, it was a news special, which was the 20-foot, the drone within 20 feet of an airliner. And the idea
yes.
there is, to me, I felt like that needs a little bit more time. But again, within the first minute, I actually do give all of the information which you really need to know. Um,
Well,
Past
and
that
you
point,
did.
it's yeah. I mean, past that point, it is becomes more about my opinion and becomes more about starting a debate. Which thankfully, those who viewed it did take that debate up in the comments, which I really appreciate everyone who commented. And yeah, it's trying to find that mix really. It's trying to find the mix, and of course, as I build the audience and the audience start to come with me and start to understand that perhaps, okay, there's a 5-minute video from Sean, so I need to watch that one. I've got a few minutes and sit down, but oh, hang on, here's another 2-minute update that they know. Hopefully, the audience will start to learn that the content is there to suit how their day is going, really. And if it's a big story, we really want to know very quickly, don't we? People can tell you a very big story that's happened in the day. They can tell you the important facts of that within a minute. So therefore, within 2 minutes, we should be able to get two fairly big stories in there.
I think that's true, and I think I like the way well, I watched the whole drone, near miss because I found that really
Thank you.
fascinating and the points that you made about it that were thought-provoking, and I think they need to be. Um,
Yeah.
but also, you did the drones attack oil pop pipeline.
Yes. Yes. And those were two on that 2-minute special. Those were two very different stories. And again, of course, I want people to click on these stories. So the first story was the Spark 2 leak, and then it led on to the pipeline story. And
Mm.
attempting really to attract the two different audiences that are looking to either know what's happening in the tech of drones, and of course know what's happening in the wider world of drones. But that particular story was slightly concerning, because one of the points there was that they did use commercially retail available drones, to carry out those. They weaponized what we would call drones, to carry out
Mm.
those attacks, and that to me is a slightly worrying development. Again, that I hope doesn't become normal practice, because that will really affect the hobby.
Well, you know that if people can do bad things, sometimes they do them.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely.
And you said something I found really interesting when we were talking before. You did we talked about the dark web. Did we talk about that? Um, there are a lot of things going on in the drone community,
Mhm.
and maybe it was Robert Stanton who said it. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
In the 20-foot video, yes, I was talking about that there are secret groups, hidden groups out there
Yes.
that are proactively sharing information with each other, where actually what they want to see is their drone getting within 20 feet. If that was a drone that did that, then that video would be on somewhere. And we've all seen the videos that have been out there, which have been ridiculously close to aircraft. But there are entire hidden communities online out there who have badges of honor for how close they can get to things, for how dangerous they can make their flights.
See, and I don't have any problem with those people going to jail. Sorry,
No.
I don't. I think a
Yeah.
lot of us
Yeah.
would agree with that because
Yeah.
if they keep making things harder and harder, and we're gonna get more rules and more rules, so we're gonna suffer because we got idiots out there.
Yes. No,
I
exactly.
ju
Exactly. I
I
mean,
just don't know
it is,
how to get a way to look
but
at
again, they've managed to demonize the drone itself, um, and rather than the user, which I know, we can talk gun control, you can talk cars. There are people that use anything as a weapon. When we had terror attacks here, it was a hire van. It was literally a hire van, and they just drove it into people and killed them. Um, it, as you say, they will use whatever they can.
Yeah, and I remember, working in court, and we knew we were gonna have a really bad case, and, of course, I was working juvenile probation, and I was telling him, "Hey, we may have a problem, next week," because they said they were gonna bring a gun into court, and
Mm.
I remember the sheriff looking at me, I go, "So let's make sure none of that gets in here." And
Indeed.
he goes, "Well, they can use a pencil as a weapon." And I said, "Yeah, but I'd rather fight against a pencil."
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's
Unless you're
it's
gonna
it's
let
easier to
me
run from a
bring a
pencil than a
gun,
gun.
I'd
Indeed.
rather fight against a pencil. I will take my chances. I got some mad skills. Well, no, I don't. I'd probably die anyway, but
Ah,
I think I'd have at least a chance.
yeah. But it is frustrating that the drone itself is being demonized. And I actually got quite an interesting comment on one of my videos earlier from a chap in the UK who actually said he tries not to use the word drone because he feels like that's too associated with the killer drones and the attack drones, and he tries to stay with quadcopter and UAV, and tries to use that language, so that he feels that it would be much better to separate out.
It might be a good choice. I know that I've actually had people upset when I
Yeah.
call it a drone, and so
Yes.
I try to remember to say quad. 'Cause it's just
Yeah, indeed.
easier, a
I am a member of a flying club here in the UK, which is it's been established 30 years. They fly model helicopters from there, and then they allowed drones, quadcopters, to start flying there. And some of the members there can be very much the same because to them that's not a drone, that's a quadcopter. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, talk to me a little bit about where you see your channel going or what you would like to see, because you talk about your channel, and it's almost like, YouTube is a really great hobby for you, but isn't it a
Mm.
little more than that?
Um, well, you see, uh, really, I've had 3 careers in my life, and 2 out of those 3 careers started as a hobby, essentially, started as a side project. And I really don't know. I don't have an overall plan for where I'd like it to go. I don't sit here and think I'd like 100,000 subscribers and I want to be busy all day working on it, and it to be the only thing in my life or anything. But I'm not necessarily against that type of movement either, of course.
Right.
But for me, it's a hobby that I enjoy trying to do as well as I can, and if it ever develops further from that, then great. But really, for the future of the channel, that is down to the viewers. That is down to how they receive things. I'm always trying new things on there, and where the views come is where I will develop the content. I'm making videos of different types that I'm happy to make, that I enjoy making, and I just hope that some of those genres within the droning world will take off, and that's the direction I will go.
Nice. Well, I'm hoping that enough people watch what you're doing because I like that 2-minute news. I think it's
Thank
easy for
you.
me to watch, to be able to hit every video you do, and then to be able to go from there and say, okay, this is the news. And
Yeah.
you're going to tell me when you go a little off script and it's your opinion, right?
Yes.
As
Exactly.
opposed to
Exactly.
what the actual news is. So I
Yes.
like that.
Yeah. We're trying to brand them in a very similar way to general news media. That if it does say it's news on there, then I try to keep it informative rather than me having a rant, as it were.
Right, right, right. Okay, I'm just saying bye to you. I think UK Momo saying he's leaving, so I'm
Oh, yes,
just
he is.
there you go, UK Momo. I love UK Momo. So today when we started, I'll give you Eber, how you doing? Um, I think Plummet came in before we started. He said hi, and I said hi, and then I'm waving. How you doing? So that's one of the things you want to watch out for when you start live stream that you're actually on
Yes. Yeah.
and
No,
you
indeed.
start waving to everyone. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you have a significant other. How
Yes.
long have you guys been together?
17, 18 years, something along those lines.
18 years. That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But we're very well suited, very well synced, um, and it's a very good partnership.
oh good. Hold on. Someone sent me a message and I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, I think that you must have a good partner. You're so well grounded.
Hmm.
At least you seem
Yeah.
so.
I
Are
mean,
you
we
crazy when you're not on here?
yeah. When as soon as I take these headphones off, I become the UK version of Philly Drone Life. I wish he is a god amongst men.
Right, right,
But yeah,
right.
no, we are very very good for each other. We push each other in our careers, and we have very similar life goals. So we're always pushing towards the same objectives, which I
That
think
makes it nice.
is at least half the battle.
It
At
is.
least half the battle.
I think so.
But she's
That's
very
what
supportive.
nice, nice. So do you have any pets?
Yes, I am cat crazy,
You
and
are?
I always have three on the go.
Oh my gosh.
So yes,
So what
I have
have you
a
named your kitty cats?
actually, we tend to get rescue animals, so we don't tend to get to name them. We have May, Maxim, and Shani, who are
Nice.
our current crop. Yeah.
I've been really bad when I except for Lillian, my Saint Bernard, rescued Saint Bernard.
Mm.
I just usually rename my pets. One was easy. They called him Shadow, which is
Oh.
Ranger. And I asked, "Oh, is that his name?" And they go, "Yeah, that's the name we gave him 3 days ago." I didn't feel bad about renaming the
No,
Ranger.
indeed.
Shadow, and he doesn't move like a shadow. He's not stealthy. He's kinda clunky.
he he more creates a shadow.
You're right. He does. Hey, Robert, thanks for coming in.
Hey Val, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm fine. Try not to type too loud, okay?
I got a different keyboard. Listen,
Okay, I still hear that.
you
I
do, you
still hear
do.
that.
Ah,
Do you hear that? Do you hear that, Sean?
The keyboard's going back into beta testing.
Yeah,
yeah,
right, right,
damn
right.
it.
Okay, Rob's my in-house mod, so thank you so much for coming in. So Back from the Sky is saying, "I'm married almost 22 years. I tell my wife it feels like 22 minutes underwater." Back
Oh,
from the Sky.
I thought
No.
that was on the way to being a very sweet comment, actually, but
Yeah, I
it
was
came back.
hopeful. I was hopeful, and Claude
Yeah.
says he's been married 40 years. Just
Wow.
kidding. Yeah, because I'm gonna send a little note home. You're gonna be in trouble. Back from the sky, you're brave man. Robert, try wearing fluffy mittens. What?
To dull the keyboard, I think that is.
Oh, eyeballs of fur.
Then I wouldn't be able to type, Bill. It'd be
I love that.
Yes,
Can I borrow
it'd be even
that?
noisier.
So that's coming from our Russell. He wants to borrow that. No, you don't borrow that and say that to Ashley. Sean, talk sense into him.
Hmm. I think I might have picked on Russell enough. Bless him. I have to have his back at some point.
At some point, but this
At
would
some
not
point.
be that point.
We've yet to find that point, astonishingly. You would think I would have stuck up for him by now. You know, this lovely chap that's allowed me on his live stream and has supported my channel, and you would think, but no,
You would
we haven't
think,
reached the point where I've stuck up for him yet.
I know you always stick up for Ashley, though.
Someone's got to. Someone's
I
got to.
I
Hey,
think
Russ.
so. Russ. So so where do you get your news from? How do you get
Um,
your news?
I attempt to three source everything, and I look to try and go back to the original source of the story. So once I get a breaking alert through from either the mainstream media, the tech, or the drone media, I will then have a read of the story. I think, is this interesting? Is this time sensitive? Because I try to really look at the time sensitive stuff for the 2 minute drone news, and then I will basically drill down and find out where the real facts are, and build the story back up from there.
I think that is great because I will not do all that work to get my news. So I
Yeah,
need someone who's willing to do it so I can know what's going on.
indeed,
Oh
indeed.
my
Yeah, I mean,
god.
and it is trying to avoid the whole, not necessarily fake news, but I more call it weak news. Yeah, attempting to avoid that.
Yeah, because everything, that word gets tossed out a lot, doesn't it? Fake
Yes.
news, fake media,
Mm,
fake this, fake that. And so I
mm.
know a lot of people are having trouble with knowing what's on and what's not because they watch so much commentary news.
Yes, yes,
News that
absolutely.
it's really actually commentary, and
Yes.
people try to present it as news. Well,
Mm.
MSN, Fox, all that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, absolutely.
commentary.
Yeah.
And
And that does happen on YouTube as well with drone news. You do get a lot of commentary disguised as news, and that's fine, because that's how they've decided to approach it, and their audience, hence they're still on YouTube. Their audience is enjoying that, but really, to be able to present an entire story in under a minute, you need to really drill down to the facts and have the absolute source of the story, and to be able to say, this is what's happened, this is who it's affecting, this is what's going to happen next, the end.
well, see, and I like someone who'll go through and filter all that out for me.
Good.
I do, because
Hopefully a
I
lot
look
more
at
people will do that
stuff.
as well.
I mean, we talked earlier about what's happening on YouTube as
Mm,
far as some of the drama that's been playing out within the last week or 2. Not
yes.
in our genre. The
No, indeed.
drama. As
Not
far
in
as
our
I
sphere.
know, Furball
Yes.
hasn't been talking about his makeup and the bad people that supply it. Thank God. But we get that, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, absolutely.
so tell me your theory on that, because didn't someone lose like 3 million subscribers?
Yeah, it's this whole new YouTube term of cancelling, where um, if a group of audience feels that they are aggrieved at something that that particular person's done, they will start a campaign to remove subscribers from that particular channel. And on one particular issue, uh, basically one lady who sells additives, minerals, etc., um, put a video out slating another chap who does makeup and fashion, and the makeup and fashion chap lost 3 million subscribers in just over a day. And the lady in question who started the effective trolling gained 5 million. And it's been happening more and more, unfortunately. And but this is by far the biggest version of what they call cancelling.
I you know, I gotta say that that is one thing. I was trying not to see that story. I was trying to put
Mm,
my blinders on, but when I opened Twitter, it was leading. When I opened my
yeah,
social media stuff, it was
yeah.
leading. And then all of a sudden it's on television. And I'm like, "Are you
Mm.
guys serious with this? These are
Indeed.
people scratching and
Isn't
pulling
there
hair
something
out.
else
I
going
don't
on?
wanna see
Yeah,
that. I don't wanna see that."
indeed.
But that's kinda what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is indeed. And the issue is when you do have forms of media like Twitter, that will start a trending story that really isn't a news story, that really hasn't been checked, but it's just been mentioned enough times and it becomes a trending topic. And people, unfortunately, almost read this trending topic on Twitter as a news item, and have that built-in feeling that because it's written down by a major company and it's trending, this must be true. Um,
So how
and
do
that's
you
the way a lot of
avoid
bad stories.
avoid that? And bless you for that not being one of your news stories, because it woulda killed me if I saw one more thing on that turned
Yeah,
out that somebody was promoting someone else's vitamin, I woulda had to do some serious damage.
yeah. Fortunately, there was no drone aspect towards it,
Oh,
but
thank could you
we just
imagine
really
if
avoid
the
it.
drone
Avoid it
fell over?
by yes. Perhaps she sent drones after him. But yeah, I mean, you just avoid it by actually sticking to genuine news stories, something that has actually happened. Um, that's you need an actual occurrence for it to be a news story
Yeah, yeah. I think
rather
I
than just
gotta
drama.
tell you yeah, because the drama part of it is, that's what you have to really watch out for, because the
Yes.
way they presented it as facts against someone, and it turned out that they didn't have any facts.
No, indeed. I mean, you have to remember that we're talking about a media with Twitter, which helped hugely up this non-entity of a news story. Um, it is something which is used by a much younger audience, and that audience, that generation, does seem to be able to be whipped up into a frenzy much more than perhaps the two generations above them. And perhaps that's where news, perhaps that's where trends will go in the future. I don't know, but hopefully it stays away from the droning community.
Yeah, I'm hopeful too, because it was big channels now. We get
Yeah,
our squabbles with the smaller channels, and we get people mad
yeah,
at us, and that happens. And we go,
mm,
"Oh, wow, they're really mad at me. Wow." And that happens. But it's all
yes,
stuff we can just kinda blinder through, right? We don't have to worry about it
exactly.
too much.
No,
But those
exactly.
big channels threw it in our face. I was very unhappy about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Bad behavior.
yeah, absolutely.
So, sorry, guys. Yeah, do I sound like a grandma? That was very bad behavior. So so you have to protect yourself against all that, right?
um, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm a very new YouTuber, so I haven't experienced it too much. But with trolls or people that want to be negative towards something, I don't silence them, I don't mute them, I don't delete the comments unless they're offensive. in some way, or unless that comment I feel would make other people feel uncomfortable about commenting on the story as well. I know that when I go to comment on something, if there's 3 or 4 previous comments are just nonsense, calling people names or something, then I'm less likely to want to leave a comment. So I try to avoid having those comments on the channel. But otherwise, if somebody wants to say, I really don't like you. I mean, I told you about the chap who decided to tell me that having my hands in the air all the time, if you watch it with the sound off, looks like I'm being arrested by the police. And I'm saying, put your hands up, because I've always got my arms up in my videos. I actually found it really funny. And he's actually now a
Right?
subscriber, and he now comments on my
That's
other
nice.
videos quite normally because he liked my response. So I think as well, we've got a responsibility as creators to have a thick skin, and if someone doesn't like something you've done, I'm okay with that. In actual fact, I'm as okay with you having a negative response to my work than I am to the people that have a positive response, because if I can get an emotional response from people either way, then
Right.
the video that I've produced is doing something. As
Right.
long as it's not all hate, of course, as long as it's not literally, please stop making YouTube videos 100 times, then of course, it's a whole different matter.
That hadn't happened to me yet, but I'm waiting, right? So, someone wanted to know what your favorite games on Xbox and PS4, and I believe it's Back from the Sky.
Okay, Back from the Sky, yeah. One of my favorite games on Xbox and PS4. Now, yes, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was probably one of the last good COD games. I am a GTA player, Grand Theft Auto. So Grand Theft Auto is one of my, or certainly was one of my big games. I had a crew of over 600 who used to play there with me regularly, and yeah, it was really
Wow.
good fun days. But certainly, yeah, Call of Duty, the first person shooters, and probably my biggest game at the moment is Minecraft. I
Ah,
just love building things in Minecraft. I spend dozens of hours building things that no one will ever see, and it's wonderful.
have you ever thought of publishing them,
Um,
or do you think the market's
no,
flooded?
I think the market's flooded,
Yeah.
and I think that a 42-year-old publishing Minecraft videos doesn't quite have the appeal that perhaps the younger generation does. And in actual fact, I look at some of the channels, because again, half the time I'm okay, how do I build this? How do I do this? I'll go to YouTube and watch some of these people. So I think it's, yeah, my skill levels, as I say, I build a lot of things that people will never see. They'll never see them for good reason, perhaps.
I got to say, it's very relaxing to go into
Yeah,
Minecraft and
yeah,
just go in there and build. Just go in creative
yeah.
mode and just build.
Exactly. I mean, I am a creative person. I am a writer. I've always, my job, whichever career I've had, there's always been a very big creative side to it, and there is something about just switching the brain off with that type of game.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no hate there. The friends that
Nope.
do come on the server are there to help you and that type of thing. And yeah, it's just good fun.
Yeah. It's a community like not much different from this.
Yeah, no, absolutely, very much so, because there are some very positive people and some very negative people, and as long as you deal with the negative
Yeah.
as quickly and as
You
well as you
learn to
deal with the
weed them out.
positive, then
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
Val. I just had to interject there.
Oh, no, because you know more about games. I don't play those because they make me nervous. I tried playing the one with the Looney Tunes. It wasn't Yosemite Sam, but it was something like that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Rooster, and it just, I got so nervous. I had to stop, so it wasn't,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, damn, I can't
it's
do a
something which
1 cent
is
super
lessened off
chat.
now, but
Oh my god. Okay, guys. The good troll brought up that he couldn't do a 1 cent super chat. So guys, when you go on
cost of living.
those stickers, I found out something that was interesting. Okay, hold on. Is it going to show me? Okay, So you can go like all the way over and hit that, and then all the stickers come up for like
Mhm.
99 cents. But the good troll can't do that because he doesn't have money because he's a troll. And it's
But he's
okay
a good
because I
troll.
love you. Good troll.
He's a good troll.
Yes. Now I'm wondering, is he building a Sin City, a brothel, a Las Vegas type of world?
I'm actually building
Because
an
he's
Ember
full of
City.
You building what?
Um, an Ember City, which is basically I'm forgetting the name of the book, but it's basically a hidden underground world. That's currently what I'm building in Minecraft.
Oh, wow.
That's
Corey,
cool.
man, tell your parents I hope all works out. Love you. Bye. Good troll. 99 cents. You don't deserve that much, Val. You didn't sing or dance.
Yet.
Troll, you be good. You be
He wants
good.
a song. Okay, let's get. No, I'm joking.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
That's got to be worth 99
You
cents.
made me spit on my mind. Jeez, Robert.
That's why you have a spit guard on your mic, Val.
I don't. I just got this thing. I don't have that big round thing like yeah, I'm always
Paul.
Oh, Paul. Oh God, Paul. I love you, Paul. Thank you.
Oh, bless you, Paul.
Oh, it's so great.
Hey,
Okay.
Paul. One question actually. I wondered if Paul went out earlier to catch a ship, hopefully, or just wondering how he got on, whether he caught up with it. Let us know in the chat, Paul.
Yeah, he just put a video out. He just put a
Oh, did
video
he?
out. Yeah.
I wonder if that's the one he caught.
Bye, Eber.
American
Oh, Eva.
Integrity.
Bye.
Yeah, I think it's American Integrity is what the video is
Okay.
called.
That's. I'll be watching that afterwards. I love his videos.
I love his
Right?
videos. Yeah.
Just ships by drone, boats and drones are just so built to be together. It's just amazing.
Paul Murray. Wow, you're gonna have some pole dance now. Oh, good troll. You better stay good. Heading out again now. Are you? You gonna catch another ship? Okay, hurry, because it's gonna get dark, and Mia doesn't like the dark, does she? Mia's so sweet. So
Have a good trip, Paul.
yeah. Okay, so I don't want to break your heart, but I did send Russell an invite to come in.
Okay,
And
that's fine.
and he didn't.
All right, I gotta go.
Where's
Where are
where's
you
the hang
going?
up button?
Oh, you just stay in this fun house. So I just gonna let you know, but hold on. Russell, are you eating dinner? I think so. Just keep the propellers at an idle speed. Make sure they're not close. Oh, I won't read that one either. I'm not reading the chat. I'm just gonna go on because I think that's better for me. Oh my gosh, guys. So let me go back. So tell me, where were you brought up? Have you always lived in the same space?
Yes, yeah. My parents came from Ireland, and I have lived within the same county for most of my life. Travelled throughout the world, but yeah, but the actual as far as where I've lived, it's always been within the Surrey, London
Hmm.
area.
Have you gone back to Ireland?
Only twice, very short visits. It's somewhere that I've often thought I would like to go, but it just hasn't happened yet. Ironically, I have Wales, Scotland, and Ireland on the doorstep, of course, of England. I've been to Wales a few times, but I've been much further away rather than visiting the beauty spots right on my doorstep, which is something I'll put right at some point, especially for the droning opportunities over in Ireland. It's amazing.
Plummet. He put read the chat. Hello. I love you, Plummet.
He's forcing you to read the chat.
He's
Thank
making
you.
you
He
want to
is.
read the chat.
He's making me
Val
want to
is
read the
entering a
chat.
battle with the
Thank
chat.
you. He's saying you better read it, but I'm afraid, Plummet, of what people write. I mean, someone's talking about some stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. You be good, Claude. Flies, no dance. I heard Val sing before, so I can pass that. I'm out. Yeah, I forget where I was singing, but it was not good. So you were brought up, what kind of kid were you? Were you a good child?
Oh, crikey. Was I a good child? Overall, yes. I
Overall.
would say I was your typical cheeky chappy. I was reasonably good at school, reasonably good at home, with a few peaks and a few valleys along the way, shall we say? But yeah, no, I was an. I think I'd like to think. It's always hard to self-analyze, but I'd like to think that I was an okay child.
By good troll. Yeah, I would that's the only thing I was wondering. I was wondering because I would see you as being a cheeky kid.
Right.
I
Yeah.
would
Cool.
absolutely see that. I would absolutely see that. Hey, Ed,
Yeah.
Ed. And we also have Phantom Flight 101. And if y'all remember, he'll be on at 3 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock Eastern tomorrow
guys.
for those guys. We also have Night Train. He comes on Thursday evenings. And I don't know where Russell is, so we're not going to talk about him. See how I did that?
Oh.
I know, because
Oh.
he has to come in and talk. Ship, my video is almost done. Oh. So, yeah, guys, because I put a puppy video up and it had a good song. So I think all the views are from me because I was playing the song on the way home from work. Because I like the song. It's on Epic Sound, and
Brilliant.
I just like the song, but I don't think they add all my views because I was just singing along on the way home. Then I thought, "Oh my god, I gotta stop. It's gonna act like people like the video or something."
That was a very good video, Val. It was a very good video.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Especially the puppy chinos.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I will tell you this. When Ranger comes out and grabs that cup, that is slow motion. Because he grabbed that cup so fast out of that girl's hand that she's like,
Oh,
"Ooh," because he was like, "Yeah, give me that.
bless.
Give me that. I mean, that's mine." Mhm. Yes, they're starting to get used to him. He's a bad puppy. Such a bad puppy.
Back
And
from the
now
Skies says define good.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kinda
indeed.
hard. My
Indeed.
little Yan's good. She just sits there looking around. So good. And then Ranger's all over the car. "Wah." Yeah, yeah. Check the link on YouTube.
Oh, I
Um,
asked Phantom when he was live streaming again, and you already said it. So
yeah, it's tomorrow, 5
yeah.
o'clock. You know, and here's the thing. So now I have a job, but I think I can make it definitely make, I think, the first hour because I'm working at night on Wednesday. Let me look
Is
up.
is that the Those Guys stream? Is that the one where
Yeah.
they stream from different people's channels each time?
Yeah, they go back and forth between,
That's cool.
Phantom
Yeah.
Flight and,
Yeah.
Novice Squad,
Novice.
and Justin is, I think, gonna pick up a night.
Okay,
Oh,
excellent. I think
I am
I'm
going
speaking
to
to Novice.
UK to meet Fiona and
Oh,
Emma this summer.
there you go.
Oh, oh, wow. Well, I think did you tell them? Is it gonna be like a surprise? I think I would. I'm
Just
gonna
gonna turn up. Yeah. I think it's actually if it's Novice Quads is one of those guys, isn't he?
He is. And,
Yeah, I'm with them on Sunday, actually. I'm going on there on Sunday to have a chat with them.
you are?
I
I'm
am.
gonna be there.
Are you? Yes,
They
Lawrence
always
Lawrence
ask
emailed
me
me
to be
today.
there. I don't know why. I'm not
Mhm.
exciting, but they do.
Are you well, you're don't be silly now. You are exciting.
I have exciting things happen around me. Me, myself, I'm kinda boring. Hey, Ed. Ed. I love Ed. So, yeah, so that's kinda cool there, Claude, but you haven't answered my question. Did you tell him yet? Has not put his name in the chat. Oh, Geeksvana, can you put your name in the chat?
I was just saying thanks to Love My Drones for watching one of my videos, actually, so there you go. I am
Did you put it
should now
in?
be in there. Yeah,
I was
there I am.
saying to define good when you asked the interviewee, was he a good child?
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Okay,
yeah.
let me tell you
'Cause
what good
and 'cause there is a benchmark there, isn't there? I mean, I was never in trouble with too much trouble with the police.
oh god,
Um,
good
I
child.
never I was never truant from school. There you go. I think that's pretty good.
Oh my
I
god.
like how he said that. Never in too
Yeah,
much
my
trouble.
that's actually my Catholic upbringing and my mother. I was about to say I was never in trouble with the police, and I stopped mid-sentence. I was never in
Because
too much
it's
trouble with
bad
the
to
police.
lie.
I once kicked over a wall,
Kicked
and
over a wall.
unfortunately, I decided to kick over the wall with a police officer stood watching me. I didn't know he was watching me, but until I turned around and I was face to face with your typical British PC with the little bobby hat and
Yeah.
everything, and
Oh,
these were back in the days, my day.
Mhm.
These were back in the days when he all he would do is grab you by the scruff, walk you home, and tell your parents.
Yeah.
is that what he
And
did?
and then yeah, then all hell breaks loose for a good amount of time.
So, yeah. Oh, Ed, I am reading your comments. So, when he's grabbing you by the scruff, taking you home, what did your mama say?
What did my mother say? Do you know? I think I've blocked it out. I think it's one of those traumatic experience. A Tipperary mother going absolutely full on nuclear on you
Mm.
is something you tend to block out in life.
I think so, 'cause
Mm, she wasn't
my son
happy.
was doing something very stupid, and, he was caught, and, I remember they didn't really call me to tell me about it. He called me and said, "Hey, this happened and all." I was like, "Oh, yeah, come on home, let's talk about it. Oh, yeah, can I see your keys? Because they said there was something going on with that." And I took his keys, put them in my pocket, and said, "Yeah, you're grounded forever." He's like,
Ouch.
"Yeah, ma'am." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah."
Yeah. I
I
mean,
remember the
my
school let him off and just because they said after me, they didn't feel like he needed anything else to ask.
my mother
Yeah.
had that sort of pure Irish anger that she could be the opposite end of the house and I could still hear every word.
Oh, wow. Wow, yeah,
Mm,
right?
mm.
Right? Yeah, you gotta love it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, indeed, indeed. It worked.
my mom was Irish, at least her heritage was Irish.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we could always hear mom. We always went running. Just the way it was,
Indeed.
and we were Catholic, so we always felt guilty, right?
Oh,
Everything.
yeah, indeed, yeah, yeah. I mean, we weren't practicing, but we kind of had all the guilt stuff without any of the, without without much of the actual attendance. The guilt is so bred into you
Oh, yeah.
for so
Yeah,
many
yeah, you're
generations,
supposed to feel
it
that.
doesn't leave you. It's
No,
crazy.
it doesn't
I don't even
leave.
count myself as Catholic, but I still have all the Catholic guilt.
My parents made us go every Sunday, and we had to go to
Wow.
the Catholic Catholicism, and oh, yeah, we had all of that, and sometimes I'd skip because 'cause I'd tell 'em I'm gonna drive myself, and I'd go to McDonald's, and they'd find out and get in so much trouble. So what was the
Oh,
sermon
brilliant.
about, Miss Valerie? "Oh, it's about being good." Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, They know they're taking you for a cruise. Oh, nice. Well, you and your wife are gonna have a lovely trip. England is beautiful in the summer, I hear. Yeah,
Yeah, it can be, and the summers are getting hotter and longer, and in fact, our tourist industry has taken a real hit as far as exporting people in the summer, and that the
yeah,
staycation is really becoming a thing now, with the warmer weather that's staying here.
yeah, yeah. Oh, we're having a college debate. Yeah, a lot of people have not done college, and they're fine. My
Yeah,
kids,
yeah, no, no, indeed. I
they
mean,
were
our
to
our
do
our
college.
version of college, of course, is university. I didn't attend university.
Yeah, yeah.
I
My
couldn't
kids
wait to
did.
leave education.
Really? Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I didn't go back until I was 39, and I did college then because, I couldn't
nice.
wait to get out of school. I just couldn't wait. I just
Mm,
wanted it deep so
yeah,
bad.
yeah, same. I wanted to get out and earn some money and make my way in life.
Okay. So, anyway, let me look. So all you did is you went through what do they call it there? They don't call it high school, do they?
No, we would well, in actual fact, I went to a school which was called high school, but we call it our secondary school. We have our first, middle, secondary school. Then we have college, which is really the step between high school and university, and then university, which is where you go for your degree, etc.
Oh, wow. So you got out, and what's the first thing you did?
What was the first thing I did? I became a computer parts salesperson, as in I sold monitors and graphics cards. That was my first ever job.
Is that all you did?
In what sense?
Well, I'm thinking so not the
Sounds
whole
like it's a deeper
computer.
question.
You
Yeah, no, indeed. It was basically a company that would sell bits of computers to other so if I equate it to
oh,
cars, I would be the company that made the door mirrors, that sold those door mirrors to Ford, that put them on the next Ford Fusion.
'cause I did
Um,
not mean to make that sound as stupid as it sounded.
no, it
I'm so
didn't. It didn't. I actually thought you were being like, philosophical. So is that is that all you did? Well, actually, I went a long life's journey, and which took many meanders along the way, and boy did it.
Because
Him and
I,
some friends went and found a ring.
yes, exactly.
oh, yeah, 'cause
Are,
it
are you
happened
are
over
you
there.
calling me a hobbit? Are
Is
you calling me a hobbit? Is this
Not directly.
okay?
not directly.
I have one question. Did Russell send you?
Not
Uh,
directly.
so
Not directly.
Russell wouldn't be Samwise Ganji, and he wouldn't be, the regular Hobbit guy. He'd be one of those 2 guys who were weird,
Oh,
right? He'd go, "Oh, I want 3rd breakfast, I want 4th breakfast. What will we have a 10th
oh.
breakfast?" That'd be Russell, right? Because he's a Russ star.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure how to answer that, to be honest. I've got your
Oh
back,
my
Russ.
I
We
know,
we we
Russ
found we found the point where I do have Russ's back. There you go.
no, Russ isn't here.
Oh,
He's
isn't
in
he?
trouble. See, I was gonna tell him tonight that I might be coming up to Coeur d'Alene in June. I have some stuff I have to do, but he's not on here, so I can't talk to him. So,
He bailed.
yeah, well, Ashley probably has him by the ear right now because he must have done something bad. Must be saying I do the same dumb stuff all the time. I do too, Plummet, and I'm always
Mm,
surprised when things aren't different because I'm like,
yeah.
"What happened?" Oh my god. So I'm wondering, what is your are you gonna try to keep your channel about the news and then expand, right?
Well, there's already a few tutorials on there. There's already a few unboxings, drone flights, that type of thing. So I'm going to keep it as long as it's to do with drones. I'm going to do it. Um, I had one little mini success where I did an unboxing and review of a lens pen, and actually the company that makes the lens pens liked that video so much they sent me more lens pens,
Okay,
and
what is a
they
lens?
actually tweeted it.
I don't
It's
think I
it's
watched
basic.
that.
It's basically a small pen shaped object which has a little carbon tip which will clean the lens of a camera. And I used one of their smaller ones to clean the lens of the drone. And I was recommending that people do this. And the company saw it. They were very kind enough to tweet out the video on obviously on their Twitter, and share it for me. And then they've now launched a specialist range of pens, lens pens
Wow.
just for drone lenses, and they sent me a few of them, so we gave those away on the channel.
Oh, I saw
Um,
that giveaway now closed. This lens cleaner
yes,
was made just for drones. Very cool. Very cool.
yeah. The one before that actually did a little better in the traffic wise, but again, it was nice. You know, it was nice to be spotted by a manufacturer that sent us some free stuff which we could then pass on, which is nice. Um, so yeah, we're doing those type of videos. I've got a couple of flights coming up this weekend. I'm flying at a haunted mansion.
Oh, are
Um,
you?
yes, yes, which is a mansion which, for one reason or another, in the last 80 years has been unoccupied due to the bad luck that has befallen each owner that takes it over. And now the last owners pretty much gave up, and it just sits there now unsold. So I'm flying there, and I'm also flying at an abandoned castle, which is due to be turned into a hotel in the next couple of years. So I'm going to try and get that one in before it's before I miss my chance.
Well, let's talk about the haunted house.
Mm,
I think we'd all like to see you stay there, and we will watch
okay,
because
okay. Hmm.
and you could do live stream because when you scream like a little girl and go running, I wanna see that
Mm,
part because
mm.
I'll be screaming with you
I
because
will be
I'm
going there. I will be going there during the day. I will be
oh,
going there in the sunshine, and I will be going there with my girlfriend as my bodyguard.
So I walked in on Val saying that he can go in there screaming like a girl, and Sean saying that he's going to have a bodyguard.
Yes,
yes,
my girlfriend.
Am I caught up?
yes,
Pretty much.
yes,
Pretty much. Yeah.
Russell Tar. Yes, Russell Tar, you were caught up.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want anyone not to know what we're talking about. Yeah, Claude. I
Oh,
want you
gosh.
to show that picture.
Oh, let me
We
find
need the
it
picture,
here.
Russ. We need the
Hold
picture.
on. Let me. I
Fine.
need to get the chat up here for a second first.
Oh, don't worry about the chat. I will handle it for you. I want everyone to see the Russatar. And I want you to notice the arms in this picture. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or rather, notice the arms that you can't see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I clicked on
Notice
Val's
the
life and it went to
hands.
potato jet. That's quite the jump there.
We're not a potato jet.
No. Oh, hey, here we are. What's up? Hey, everybody. How's it going? All right. So I guess I have stalled long enough.
Yes.
Here is. I think it's. Is it in focus?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Forgive
yeah.
me.
Oh my God.
Forgive
Hold
me,
on.
but that
Notice
is a sexy
notice
man
the
right there.
hands.
That is a sexy man.
Okay, you know this is a truly special picture when you keep spotting new things every time you see it. Are
Whether
you are you
spot it-
holding a phone?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
Probably in his bathroom taking a
This is
picture of whatever
Sharknado
he's
all over
doing.
again.
All the buttons on that phone are hoof shaped. They're much easier for me to press down.
Okay.
Oh my
This
God.
is Sharknado all over again.
This is bad.
I can be Ken Heron
No,
if you need me to be.
Bye.
Yeah. I'm out.
I just
Copyright strike incoming.
Yeah.
yeah. So Russ, Geeksvana and I talked about having you on tonight. And do you want to just tell us a little bit about your show that you're doing now? And notice that we really do believe that Ashley is not a warthog.
Yes, it has been confirmed that one, there are 2 kids in the room with me now, and they both are trying to be
Really?
louder than I am. But yes, no, it is
Mark.
confirmed that Ashley is not a warthog.
No, excuse me. Could you get it correct? Could you pronounce it correctly?
Oh, Ashley ain't no warthog.
Thank you. Thank you
And
very
then
much.
I feel like I have to be like after that.
Exactly. That's exactly.
How you doing, baby boy?
But yes, so I'm I'm still gonna do the lives that I was doing every Thursday from my channel. It's just we're going to be doing it from our channel now. So it's
What
gonna
are
be a
you
little-
doing?
Very exciting.
So I think that's great. So what days have you chosen? Is that still going to be on Thursdays?
Still gonna be on Thursday. Still gonna be the same time. Might be a half hour earlier or so, but yeah,
So
still
why
gonna do
don't
the
you
same thing.
tell us the time?
The time is 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time, and let's see here,
8
7
o'clock
hours.
Mountain Time.
7 hours, so 2 o'clock UK time, right? Did I get it right, Sean?
That's right. That's around the
Yes.
time that you normally go on.
Yeah.
That's how I met Geeksvana. I met him on your channel.
Yeah, and he came on and he was like, "Oh, it's my first time coming on to a live stream," and hit it out of the park. So now I don't let him get away.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Oh shucks.
You can't get away, Geeksvana, from Rossiter.
And now as you
I
guys
really
were-
can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you guys were talking about the dark webs, that's how Ashley actually pays Sean for those sayings in the background. She goes to the dark web and finds Sean's sign sayings and types in what she wants, pays the $9.99, and then Russ gets in trouble once a week.
She told you it was only $9.99.
Yeah. In pounds. Or maybe ounces of gold, I'm not sure.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
perhaps gold.
Perhaps. Yeah, because I noticed one thing when Geeksvana when Sean is on your channel, he always has a saying.
He does, and I love it. That's right. When I first came onto your stream, I was about 15 minutes late, by the way. Sorry, Val.
Mhm.
But the first thing I looked for, I was like, "Uh-oh, it says Ashley, I'm in trouble."
Yeah, because I couldn't wait to see what he's going to put on there.
Yeah, I can't either. That's kind of what I look for. So I look for
He
that,
said
and
that
then
with
it's like,
such
"Oh,
conviction.
Sean is here too." I guess no. But yeah, so and then with the live streams, kind of something I talked about with Sean and stuff is gonna have him kind of do just like a quick drone minute because I'm still into drones and that's part of what our family is about and everything. So he's gonna do kind of a quick drone minute on my channel, kind of like build into how his 2-minute videos that he does on his channel. So it's gonna kind of lead everybody back to his channel for more drone news and all that stuff.
Woo.
So yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And
in
then,
fact, we're going one step further from that. Myself and Russ tomorrow will be hosting the first Geeksvana live stream.
Yes.
so when are you doing that?
We are going to go tomorrow 7 p.m. Russ?
Yeah,
What are we
7 Pacific or 2 o'clock Sean's time, 10 o'clock everybody else's time.
8 o'clock
indeed.
my time. So
Yes.
I should be off work somewhere around there. I'm hoping. so I can get to it. So I'm going to try really hard, but I'm working. So
I will
hopefully
be
I'll-
in full costume.
oh God, as a
Books and all.
recipe.
No, not quite as a recitar, but it will be great. Everybody will like it.
So I have a question. When you have Sean come on your channel,
Mhm.
are you going to tell people to subscribe to Sean?
Yes, of course. I'm hoping that his little 1 minute is kind of a tidbit that everybody gets just a little nibble and wants a whole bite after the stream or whatever, and goes and checks out his stuff. That's the goal. That's I mean, if
Val.
it didn't benefit him, it wouldn't benefit him to come on at all. So
Okay, that
Val,
sounded wrong.
could we not let Russ go down the fish route here, please? Because it may not feel like it right now, but when he starts talking about fish, we're never far away from a Sharknado reference.
no, no. I mean, honestly, every time I go fishing, I have shark repellent for that exact reason. I mean, they
Just in
might be
case.
freshwater lakes, but it's still happening.
Yeah. So let's see. Robert, have you ever
Yes,
seen Sharknado?
I have to say that I have not.
Oh, I thought he was going to
So-
say I have.
Congratulations.
So Sean, have you ever seen a Sharknado movie and watched it?
Oh yeah, I have purely for research purposes.
Yes. Hey, I'll still take it. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
So anybody
have
in
watched one.
here in this chat watched Sharknado? Because I swear to you, I actually thought that Russ was making reference to Shark Week. Like there's going to be sharks on the History Channel or sharks on the Nature Channel. We're going to learn all about sharks. And all he was talking about was sharks in a tornado. Sharks.
Yes, sharks that create their tornado. In fact, to be
Yes, they create
Yeah.
the tornado. Absolutely.
yes, they swim so fast in a circle they create the tornado. When Russell hears a tornado warning, he looks up for sharks.
That's
Yeah.
honestly, that's what we all should be doing. I'm trying to just
No
help the public
Sharknado.
out with an announcement and just
It's a-
try to be a good human being and a Samaritan by making everybody aware about the dangerous fact that sharks are so streamlined that they can actually create weather.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
But not in space
Russ.
though. Space is too far.
Russ,
Yeah.
were you trying to recreate that with your video when you were
Yeah.
running around with your shirt off in the rain?
And he was so disappointed that he wasn't able to get a tornado going.
Well, but I did get lightning to strike.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get something right.
Yeah. That's how it starts, though. That's kind of like the warning bell that they're coming, to be honest.
That's the
Okay,
Claxton to start
Plummet.
with sharks.
Plummet says, I got to be honest. I thought that maybe it was so stupid. Yes.
It was.
Yes,
That is
Plummet.
the
Yes.
beauty of it.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. It was stupid.
It was. It was so
Oh.
stupid.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it is absolutely beautifully stupid. Beautifully
I
stupid.
Exactly.
want to hear then about Sharknado parties that you have.
We do have, like, that's not a lie. That's not even an exaggeration. We literally would have Sharknado parties. So what would we have? And ironically, we are also having this tonight. Fish tacos. We would have those on Sharknado nights. And one of my friends actually carved a watermelon into a shark mouth and then made like a fin and everything on top of it. And it's awesome.
Oh my God, you're killing me, Russ. You're killing me.
Dedication.
It is.
Dedication.
Yes.
The dollar store has those blow up shark things you could go get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just go check
honestly,
that out.
I want to get like a little shark fin for. Wait, no, that wouldn't work on the drone because the props would try to. I have a kid I have to go take care of. But
Okay.
I'll be right back. But yeah, if I could put a fin on a drone, I would do it.
Oh my God.
I'll be right
Today.
back.
Sounds like a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is way too funny. So, Sean, how exactly did You get mixed up with Russ.
Mixed up.
I started watching his live streams, and he was kind enough to say, "Hey, come on the show," and yeah, we went from there. Really,
Hey!
So here is back on this guy. What is Sharknado?
he pulled up in a dark grey van. He opened the side door and he asked me if I'd like some sweeties.
That does it every time. Does it every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
The rest
And
is history.
then he forced him to watch Sharknado.
Yeah, no, indeed.
You know I'm gonna have to watch it now because it sounds so utterly stupid.
It's incredible, but to be fair, it is intended to be so.
Yeah.
Back from the Sky, probably because you I don't know why. I never did either. I really thought Sharknado was about sharks in the water, not being
Yeah.
tornado.
No, indeed.
Well, isn't that when it came out? Was during Shark Week?
Yeah, it was a marketing
was,
drive, wasn't it?
Sci-Fi's channel
Yeah,
to go against.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
think they ever expected it to do anything,
No.
but then it generated a very quick cult following,
Mhm.
and went on for what is it on its 7th film now or 8th? Straight to TV, of course. Films.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Aren't they
still,
going to
it's
be
not
shark
bad.
aliens now?
Shark aliens.
Yes, back
But
from the Sky. It's like
are
that.
sharks actually aliens?
Aren't they? Yeah, I was
Already.
going to say, aren't they already aliens?
Oh, see, I didn't know.
They're intelligent enough to get into space.
Yeah.
Russ is back, and look, he brought a little
Okay,
Sharknado.
Russ,
Yeah.
you realize you're saying this in front of the next generation.
Yeah, I know.
This is the message that you're putting out there.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
Sometimes I wonder how true that really is. Oh, because there's somebody who's watching the stock market who has no kids, and then there's Russ who has 2. So,
Are you watching the stock market?
Dark
Russ?
market.
no, actually, I do
Go
a
on.
little bit. I do actually, but
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't, because I couldn't do it. That doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
That
I listen to
movie-
E.F. Hutton.
Huh?
I listen to E.F. Hutton. And you know what E.F. Hutton says?
Pew, 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 pew.
no, that's a giraffe.
Do you
What
remember
does-
those old commercials?
And here we have gone full circle.
Yeah.
I just love the way giraffes sound because they're eating leaves.
This is where Centroid logs off the chat.
Yeah.
Not this
Centroid,
again.
Right? I sent you a link so you could come in and straighten Russell out about Sharknadoes.
Honestly, I guarantee Mark is sitting in his room and he's just got like the lights down low and he's just sitting there and he's got darts with a picture of a giraffe.
Don't say bye. You
It's
have
all-
to stay, Centroid.
It's all your fault.
It's,
You
Centroid says bye.
ruined it.
Oh my god. I think yeah. Oh my god, Val's like, I want no part of
Oh, look at see how he
Yeah, you
finished
do.
his statement.
Centroid.
He
Yeah,
couldn't
you
even
do.
he couldn't even write this. He was just like
That.
he's done. He's done
Yeah.
with this.
He's like, I can't do it because next thing you know, Paul is going to bring Teeny Weeny in,
yeah.
and then he's going to totally lose his stuffing. Uh-oh.
Oh man, that was a telemarketer. I should have answered it.
You
huh?
should have brought it online.
Gosh
What
darn it.
happened?
Brought it in the chat. That would have been
I'll
awesome.
call him
back.
It's
Actually-
actually his subscription to Sharknado magazine.
He just
Yeah.
didn't want us to know. Sharknado After Dark.
Sorry, I'm online. I'll
My
take
guy
2.
really loves
I'll
it.
take 2 of them. Just don't tell everybody else that I'm talking to. I'll take 2.
Just send it in a brown paper bag.
The Sharknado plate set.
Yes.
Boy, come on, you're good. Oh, I was slacking partly because I needed some new props. No longer an excuse. Wind dancers to go on her.
Nice.
Nice, very nice. So, Russ, I
Yes.
might be in Coeur d'Alene in June.
In what part of June?
I don't know. I got to figure out when I can do it. If I do this, I may be doing a group like I do in Nampa.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Sweet. Well, you need to come see us
oh, yeah, because I'm stealing Colin
for sure.
for sure. Taking him home with me.
I hope it's not very, very end of June. Weekend, very, very end of June.
It wouldn't be the weekend because I'll be working, so it'll be during the week.
Oh, well, then I will be here.
Yep.
Are we going to see a live stream of Val walking up to Russ's door without any kind of notice? You should just turn up and just knock on the door
I'm
about
gonna go to
1:30 a.m.
Yes,
and just
and
literally knock on the door.
I'm good at
Russ.
spinning.
Like
Yeah.
Kuzo
Sure.
did with Russ or
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah, I would be coming down the stairs. What in tarnation? God darn you!
I'll be like waking Colin up. Wake up, baby. Wake up. Grandma here. Take you with
Yeah.
me.
Oh yeah, Bella would come. Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bella. Take Bella too. She's
That-
such a sweetie.
She's like, that Val lady is here. Wait,
Hey, Dad, is that Val?
see, she might actually come up in June and see us.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bella?
Yep. She gets your room.
what?
Wait, what?
Actually, I'll be in a hotel because they're going to pay me to be in a hotel. I'll be like, yes, room service. No, they won't do that. I'll probably be eating hot dogs.
There you go.
See if there's something open where I can get free food. Drone effects with baby restroom now. Oh my God. So cute. Thanks, and I can't wait to try them. They're beautiful too. I got the translucent blue ones. Oh man, they are making such good stuff now. Get a call about your taxes. The guy says his name is John Smith and he sounds like just got off the boat from India.
Now, what they really need to do, and you can maybe make this some of your merch, Val, is you can sit there and make your merch drone props that sound like this. Pew, 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 pew.
I have them, but nobody wants them. I told him I'm willing to send this stuff. Look at this. It's for like a SEMA.
Oh,
Everybody got
nice.
SEMA? I'm trying. I got all colors. Be perfect if you're having that last minute 4th of July party. You could attach a motor to this, put it on your hat.
I think before I become the warthog, I should probably get off of here and take care of the kids. So
Yeah, probably.
Take care, Russ.
I think I'm gonna take off, and I will. I'll stay and chat, but I gotta take care of the kid. We'll see you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye,
It is.
Russ.
Hey, if everybody, make sure you subscribe to the Ward House.
The Word House.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Rob.
100% the Ward House. Yeah.
Oh God, they're barking. Oh my
The
goodness.
dog or the kids?
That is my dog. He's Lily's barking because she can't whine. Oh my gosh, it's Android.
Okay, so Russ left, right? Right, Russ left.
Yeah, Russ is gone.
It's safe.
Yes.
Well, there is a scaling of safe.
Yes,
So
it's
you are somewhere
relatively-
slightly lower. Yes.
Relatively, I no
Where do
Russ,
we? Yeah,
no
where do we
Russ-
Don't
sit?
relax though.
no Russ tars, just weird giraffes.
We are now part of the giraffe ASMR
Yes.
community.
Go ahead, Val. Hit it. That just sounds so wrong.
Strangely makes me hungry.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't a giraffe sound like stormtroopers? Firing? Pew, 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 pew,
Pew
pew,
pew.
pew.
I don't
No,
know.
no, it's not pew. It's
Oh Lord. Hey, what's up, Ricky Dove?
because they eat leaves and things.
This is
They
so
eat leaves. Yeah, so Geeksvana and I decided we'd have Russ on tonight to promote the Ward House because that's so cool and it's new and they're so cute. They really are.
And if you
Except for
want to find
tonight.
out, if you'd like to find out why Ashley
Yep.
ain't no warthog, then
She
go watch
ain't no
their
warthog.
new video.
Now
'Cause she
what?
ain't no warthog.
But where did that come about? Do I have to watch a video to know about that?
Yeah,
Just
their first video that's out today. has,
Okay, I'll have to look at that.
It's a fleeting second. You have to catch it, but there is a warthog.
See, I would have thought Russ was the warthog.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Well.
fair
Yes.
comment. Sorry, Russ.
Oh, let's see. Who is that? Back from the Sky would like to know what that print is.
Oh, it's a Hawaiian shirt. It's just leaves,
Oh,
palm
nice.
leaves, I guess. Yeah, just getting a little tropical here today. That's all.
Nice.
Welcome back, Miss Rider Die. Can I ask, is school done?
Done for the day? Yeah, I'm not done till the end of June,
Oh.
and then
Oh.
I start summer school. Whee!
Oh, geez. So you're never done.
No, hey, I got to feed the FPV habit, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
He's got to feed that dark side habit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're keeping me away from it, Mark.
Yes. Hey, it's only, hey, I'm keeping it all to myself. I'll
It's
I'll
mine.
put it that way. It's all mine. Mine.
My precious. My precious.
Precious.
So let me ask you something, Geeksvana, since we are into the chat part. Do you FPV at all?
No,
So
not at all. I mean, no, zero. I watch people's FPV videos, and about 4 seconds in is about where I would crash.
yeah, I was
Usually.
doing the sim and I can crash before I even take off. I never knew they could
Well-
just flip over and die.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying before, I'm a member of a flying club, which has a beautiful, huge field in the middle of the English countryside where we can fly our drones to our heart's content and crash and do whatever we need to do. But they have the main part of the club is actually flying RC helicopters, and the expense that those guys go to when they do crash one of the 3D helicopters,
Oh,
they'll
that's
have a
ridiculous.
crash and it's hundreds of pounds, sometimes a couple of thousand if they break the frame.
Easily.
And that certainly put me off any kind of notions, because these guys are really skillful. And I'm skillful because DJI make me skillful.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So, okay, Ms. Ryder. I'm sorry. I saw your comments again. I thought maybe you'd love school ain't fun in summertime. No, it is not. It is
No,
not fun in
not fun.
summertime.
Nope.
Because I had to attend school because I was not the best student. He's saying you need to fly FPV because you'll love it. This is Plummet. He doesn't want the expense of it, right?
not too
It'll be
bad.
4 seconds of heaven, which I think my girlfriend mentioned something about that, but she didn't use the word heaven.
Oh, Daddy at 13 is going to be flying FPV soon, hopefully soon.
That's good. That's
Very
good.
cool.
Actually,
Brave man.
to be honest, one of the ideas I have for videos, through my experience, I actually want to put together a spreadsheet and actually do like a video of the expense I went through to get started in FPV. And if that ain't enough to turn you off of it, I don't know what
Great
would be.
idea.
That's
a great
I mean,
idea.
or at least to warn you of what to expect. I mean, Russ hit the nail on the head when I started totaling up the amount of money I spent just on the tools to build. that at least it's a one-time purchase, but at least for the most part, that is enough to make you start to think carefully about doing the FPV thing, because you know, you have to have the tools, because you're going to have to repair. If you're going to build, you need the tools. The tools are more than the first build, no doubt. If you don't already have them, I mean, if you got some of them, then you've got half the battle. But yeah, it is. There's no joke. They don't kid when they say expect to spend a lot of money. Now, let's face it. You buy a Mavic 2 Zoom, you're spending $1,300.
Right.
I can't say that I've spent that amount yet.
You
You
will,
can't
Mike.
say.
You
But
will.
Short
but
pause.
but it will come to that point, and it will super exceed that at some point as well, because
Yeah.
you just want to keep building. You just want to keep doing more and more. I mean, you can stop, but I dare say it is a bit of an addiction. So yeah, and it's a rush, and yeah. So enough said.
Exactly, and also when you do buy the Mavic for your 1300, you don't expect to crash it. You hope you won't crash it, and you
Right.
hope it will be intact in a couple of years' time. You know,
Yes.
when you upgrade.
Yes, this is true.
And
This-
though we have adventurous drone flyers who actually fly the Mavics into the sea, but
Yeah.
proper FPV isn't here right now.
Yeah.
Didn't he fly one into the sea?
I don't know, but love my drones. It did have an experience that I was warned about. He said he flew stabilized in FPV for years, and it teaches horrible habits. Going acro was a challenge. I was told to go acro from day one, and it was probably the best piece of advice I'd gotten from all the FPVers. So I can't regret that at all. So it's been good. It's been good. So
Yeah, it's like starting a video game in easy and then
Yeah.
trying to go to hard.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're hardcore.
exactly. The instincts that you build are wrong.
Yeah. Drone effects was what is FPV? What is FPV? Sounds bad. Depends on how you look at it.
That's a question I have for you, Sean. Is do you think video gaming has helped you flying drones?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I think especially. I mean, when I yes, because it was from a very, very young age. I've had a game controller in my hand, so my hands are always already instinctively in the right position. My control of joysticks is excellent. So yeah, 100%. I would say 100%. In fact, I've actually got the Tello Iron Man coming soon, which you can actually fly those now with an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I'm looking forward to trying, and that's about as close as FPV as I'll get. Which I hope I don't crash it, but
But don't try an Xbox controller on one of the Sims, right, Mark?
No, don't do an Xbox controller on Velocidrone. Hell no.
No.
Unless you can figure out how to. Although they've had an update recently, and I don't know if
Have
that's changed. Yeah, you can now activate other buttons on your Tyrannus QX7 to reset, so you don't have to use the keyboard as much. I don't know if that's fixed it for. I didn't see anything about using a different controller, but I really do think Velocidrone's designed more for actual transmitters than game controllers anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
So with Drone Bum, thank you back from this guy that flew into the water multiple times.
3 times at least. I think he did a Spark, a Phantom 4, and his latest was the Mavic 2 Zoom.
water is one of my last phobias with my drone. It's one of the last things that I haven't really gone over too much. If I have, I'm very high, as in the drone's very high.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah. I don't like flying over water.
So can I ask you a question? Those filters that you did for the Osmo, what do you think of those?
Really good. And as someone that's never used the filters before, on it or in any form, I haven't used them on drones. I was surprised at actually how good they were for curating the footage. More so when you play with the settings correctly, so that you have the right exposure settings, etc., to be able to create the motion blur that we all strive for. but in that particular video, I literally just left everything on auto so that you could literally see this is the difference each filter's making, rather than it being clever editing that makes them look good. But no, they were very good. I was surprised, especially the fact that they only cost, I think they're under $30.
Wow. Because everything on Ozmo I've been watching lately, they always bring up the filters, and they
Yep.
look expensive.
Yes, exactly. Which is really why I was tempted by them just to try them, and I thought, you know, it would be a good thing for the channel. Everyone's doing filter reviews, but I thought, well, let's try some of the cheap ones. Let's see what they're like. I expected to do a video saying these are terrible, but actually they were pretty good in my
They do help. Yeah. They do
opinion
help.
of inexperience with them as well, of course.
What is that? Is that your dog?
It's
Is
a
that right?
giraffe.
I hear
Giraffe.
whoop, whoop, whoop. Anyone else hear this? Okay, it
Yeah.
might be
Yeah,
me.
it's the Discovery Channel. It's a giraffe.
Sharknado.
It's Sharknado.
Do you hear it?
He's playing his simulator.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just messing around.
I thought it was that your dog was in pain.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I'm like,
Why are all my dogs now sitting at my feet? Because they're hearing something. I thought maybe it was your dog. Oh my God, Troy.
You know what, you did see the
It
lanyard
sounds like
around the neck.
a 4-prop 5-inch on
Hey,
Velocidrome.
hey, don't talk about my 5-inch, man.
You're going too far now.
Yes, you
Yeah,
got too far.
got too far. Sorry.
Oh my God. Oh
You
my
give me
God.
you give me way too much credit.
That's what she said.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, Cole Somerville, how you doing? So, we're about at the end, guys, and normally I wouldn't end. We could just keep, but I know I have Geeksvana up really late. So, guys, stay where you are. I'm going to say goodbye to the chat. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this real quick. I don't know which one. Huh. Why is
Where's
this
the
not working?
eject button?
Okay, so it's hold on. So guys, I just want to say thank you so much for coming in. If you don't have Geeksvana yet, please pick him up. It is a really good show and he does an excellent job. Really 2 minutes of news and you're going to know what you need to know if it ever comes up, right?
Thank you,
Just
Bill.
ask the viewer to put a pair of sunglasses on when he watches your videos. Save money on filters.
Very good point. Back from the sky. Very good point.
Could you?
If every viewer was a Casey Neistat, we wouldn't need filters.
Hey, John Coopy, thank you so much for coming in. I love seeing you here. Thank you. Yes, and with that clue to wear sunglasses when you watch stuff, so you don't have to put filters on anything. Um that is not a good idea. I was gonna say that sounds like a really good idea, but even I can't make that one go. I don't think.
No.
I don't think. So, Daddy at 13, can I ask really quick before we go how your little gal is? I'm gonna wait and see what he says. Everyone, yeah. So, Paul, I sent you out a link if you want to come in after, just for a little bit. And Roger, so guys, I love you. And Missouri was under tornado warning, multiple around the state. You stay safe, John Coopy. You hear? Stay, to cover. Good. Don't forget, Pusa was on tonight. You can go watch a rerun. Val, thank you for the comment on my Facebook post. Hey, anytime. I am lurking everywhere. Thanks, everyone. We had so much fun, guys. So, Furball, Roger, everybody, good night. Back
night,
to
everybody.
the sky. Thanks for making it so fun. And all of you, thank you. and we will check you later.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody.